I'm gonna put it onto my computer. Welcome, welcome. Do you want to kick this off or you want me to just keep on talking?
Go ahead, because I'm feeling like this.
Yep. Oh. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Alicia, for inviting me. So ladies, has everybody here seen your card?
I have sent it to the team several times. I know Christy got on and checked it out. I think Joy did. I'm not sure if Bernadette, if you checked out the Elify card or not.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Here comes Stacy. Was that Bernadette that just spoke last?
Yes.
What a sweet voice.
I know. I love her voice. We have some girls on the East Coast too, so I'm not sure if they'll pop in, but they have that Southern accent. So it's always fun.
Yeah. All right, ladies, on the screen, you will see a ColorStreet virtual business card. This is Alicia's business card. It was created in a 1, 2, 3, let's get going. It was a template that she didn't have to do anything but get enrolled with Elify to do it. I'm just going to pop through here real quick so you can see.
Maybe I left it somewhere.
I'm going to just pop on here to show them.
Hold on, Carl. Go get Daddy.
Go get Daddy. I just muted Alicia just because there was some background noise. But this card right here, everybody can have a beautiful online business card just like this. And if we click on Browse Colors, it bounces over and look, it goes right to her website. And are these the new hot colors that are the newest colors that are going on? That is so fun. So you didn't have to do this, did you? It just updated itself. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. She has her picture. We also have the phone, email, Facebook link, Instagram link. And you can actually make this an app. So if you have customers and you have customers that are constantly purchasing from you, or even the ones that are infrequent, you could say, you know what, I have an app now that you can download and save to your phone. So it's easy access for you to purchase your nails with me quickly. So if I'm going to put this, I'm just going to do a copy and then I'm going to put it in. Where's the chat? How do we do chat when we're on a group? Down below. Down below. Interesting. I can't remember how to do this. Having a brain fart.
Mine just shows up like where you would have the participants and to be able to mute. Right next to that, I have the chat feature.
Okay. Yeah, it's odd when I'm in screen share. Okay, so I just put over into the chat. I'm gonna do a screen share again. And if you want to click on it, that way you can click and play with it. But you can save the card right to your phone. So you will be in your customers on your customer's home screen. How cool is that? Okay. So how do we do this and what is the cost and what is this all about? I'm going to go to Elify real quick. Elify Shuffle. I have put Alicia's link in the chat. So when you click on her link, you will come over to the Elify. Actually, I don't want it on affiliates. I don't want it on affiliates yet. All right. When you click on the link that's in the chat, it will look just like this. Okay. What is Elify and why are we needing a digital business card right now? Who is meeting on Zoom? meeting clients on Zoom, doing networking on Zoom, reaching out, being able to make connection contacts all over wherever you can sell your nails, right? Your ColorStreet nails. We don't have to be sitting in person anymore. So last August, I left my job because my husband had his third set of heart attacks, and I needed to actually focus on becoming a business owner and also taking care of my husband. I went to my first networking event, and when I got there, they said, "Drop your contact information over in the chat." So I was like, okay, how do I do this? Flipped Zoom over and I went to Facebook and pulled up, copied my Facebook and put it in there and put my thing in there. I was like, oh, but 3 people had already talked about what they do and who they're looking for. Like, how rude for me to be paying attention over there when I should be paying attention right here. So I had to go, okay, I need to switch this up. And at that moment, I had looked around the room, around the Zoom room, and in the Zoom room, there was somebody that had a QR code. I'm like, what's a QR code? I've seen them and I've used them in the past. But I'm like, what is that QR code? So if we put me on to speaker view, that didn't put me on speaker view. If you put me on speaker view on your computer, go back to gallery, you could take your phone, take your camera, and in your camera there is, or you might have a QR code reader. So let's do this. Mine says Q lens in my QR, and I'm gonna scan me. Let me make me bigger. Spotlight, there's the button. Okay, I'm gonna cover, that looked horrible. Sorry, didn't mean to make that look so horrible. There we go. Awesome. All right. Is everyone scanned? Right? And what came up? Alicia's site, her digital business card. How cool is that? What I do when I'm talking to people, one, I'll have this as my background, or when it's my turn to speak, I'll turn off my video. I'll say who I am, what do I do, and I'll ask them, scan my code. Take a moment and scan my code. That way you will have my information right into your phone. Bing.
I heard somebody scan.
Yep. Right?
Hmm.
I'm going to turn off this virtual background. Virtual backgrounds are awesome. I'll show you a couple other ones that I have going on here. Let me see how I can take me out of the loop. There we go. Right? When I was promoting Santa Claus, right? Even Santa Claus has a QR code, right? Virtual toolkits. You know, how are you reaching out to your customers, or how are you reaching out to people that might be resources and connections for your next perfect business partner or your next perfect client, right?
Mhm.
So digital, we've gone digital. It's not an option. Let me know if this is too much because I have a window hanging out back there. Oh, I hear babies. I love babies. So we've gone digital, and now we as individuals need to go, okay, how can I most make my time with the connections that I'm making? This digital business card helps with that. It helps with in person, and then also while we are meeting virtually. I've made more connections August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and April in the past 9 months than I did for multiple years of networking, going and connecting with people. Who has stacks of business cards? I have stacks of business cards of people that I really didn't connect with, except for I went around the networking room gathering. This takes your networking to the next level. It is more of a connection card versus a networking. Here's my business card. Make sure you call me. There's so many amazing tools within this tool. So as we're going along, ladies, if you're like, all right, I'm totally down with this. I need this. Again, it says Elify link. It's the first one in the chat. I think was maybe a couple of you that came in after I put this in. So I'm going to drop it again. This is Alicia's code. With Elify, the system is $30. It's $30 per month. And Alicia's code will give you a $10 off. And that $10 off is good for absolutely ever. As long as you are a member of Elify, you will have a $10 off. You'll have $20 for your virtual business cards. So $240 for a year of a virtual business card, as well as a CRM. Is anybody using CRMs to track their customers? Or wanted to?
But I'm not sure.
Right. And wanted to, or thought about it, or how do I keep all this information, and where do I put it? Right. We put it on stickies. I just found a yellow sticky pad and I started writing on it. I threw away all my yellow sticky pads, but Alicia brought this back into my world.
Sorry.
Yeah, I saw a pad. I'm like, ooh, let me put that. I'm like, no. That's why I have my notebooks that are dated.
I have those too. We're working on streamlining my life, you guys.
Yes. So to introduce myself, my name is Marlene Matting. I go by Cookie. Cookie is much sweeter than Marlene Matting. And ask me a question and I'll give you a sweet answer. My business is to help you with your body, your mind, and your business to simplify what we have going on. My prior life, I was a combat photographer. I was a corporate ladder climber. I was also a franchisee. I owned 3 franchise locations, grew it, loved it, and also it collapsed on me in 2010. In 2010, I went homeless with my family and had to figure out, how can I negotiate business? How can I negotiate life? How can I figure this whole thing out when I thought that I had it figured out when I grew my businesses and absolutely loved and adored my customers as well as my employees? I learned that it was direct sales, network marketing, to be able to do something different. So in ColorStreet, or in the businesses that you guys are in, Alicia, what is your startup costs?
$129, so about $155 with tax and shipping.
Okay. So my first franchise check I wrote was $35,000.
Christy can relate.
Mm-hmm.
Christy has a dog grooming business, but she's also in ColorStreet with us too. So she's paid the brick and mortar, fee of a startup of a business. So she can totally relate.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so when I closed my businesses, I had said, I want to have a business that's mobile, global, virtual, that I can create my own time freedom, my location freedom, and also who are my business partners? Because when I had to divorce that franchise, it wasn't a fun thing. It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
So I've been on a quest to find amazing tools that would simplify my brand marketing, as well as teach other business owners, how to simplify their brand marketing and to be out there doing income producing activity rather than sitting in the background going, okay, how do I do this and what do I need to create? And I don't want to get out there. Right. So we take all the superpowers that you had from your past, everything that you've gained and where you're at today, so that you can launch. And having this tool is an amazing launching tool, because it doesn't matter where you're at, if you've been in network marketing, or if you are absolutely scared to ask that person next to you, hey, I see you have some chipped nails going on there. I have a solution for you, right?
Mhm.
It's easy going, hey, you know what? I see you have some chipped nails. You know what? You want to scan this QR code? I have a solution for you,
Mhm.
right? Take that whole fear factor out. Take you out of it, and then they have all your information. They have everything that you want to show them. All right. So let's does anybody have any questions?
I have a couple things I wanted to share. So the one amazing thing I learned about these cards is you don't just have one business card. You have multiple. So for me, I have one business card that is for my nail sales. I have one business card that helps promote hosting a party. I have one business card that will help me recruit and enroll new stylists. And I can continue to grow all these different business cards. But then within each business card, I can create campaigns. So they'll still see the same information, but I can create a campaign that will add in extra questions that I want to capture from anybody who scans my code. I can capture their contact information. I can say, put a nice little message in there and say, it was so nice to meet you at X event, and tell me more about you. How do you do your nails? Do you do them at home? Do you do them in the salon? Do you never wear nail polish? Before ColorStreet, you guys know, I never wore nail polish because it always chipped, because it always smudged, all the reasons why we hate nail polish. I never wore it because of those. And then it also reminds me, after somebody's scanned my QR code, there's a reminder in there for me in the Elify Shuffle app for me to be notified of when I need to follow up with those customers who scan that QR code. So it's an absolutely amazing tool. And maybe Marlene's going to go into this next part, but the next part that I absolutely love, it's a whole nother network marketing tool for you to use, because I haven't figured out how to use this part yet. I haven't invested the time in it, but I always have these people that are in that Elify Shuffle app that will reach out to me and they'll add me as a contact, and then we can have conversations. So for example, I had this one gentleman reached out to me and he said, hey, do you have somebody who does your digital marketing? And I was like, what does that look like? If I were to have that, what would that entail? And so I wrote back to him. I was like, I don't think so. And he goes, well, I have somebody, my son, does this element, and maybe it would be something that would be beneficial to you. And he shared his card. He's like, what are you on here for? What do you do? And I said, well, I do ColorStreet. And he's like, what's that? So I told him, I said, dry nail polish. He's like, I've never heard of it. I just asked my wife. She's never heard of it. Send your card over. I'd love to learn more. So not only is it a great tool for you to use out in the field, it's also an amazing tool for you to network with others that you wouldn't have normally had that capability to do.
Bravo. Bravo. Absolutely. We have an Elify community that is on fire, and each of us is looking to help each other grow in their business. And what are you missing from your business, and how can I help you get to the next level? How cool is that? Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to share my screen again. Does anybody else have, I'm going to check the chat. So Shuffle by Elify has their own CRM. Yes, there is a CRM embedded in it, Christy or Dana.
So Marlene, real quick, can you explain what a CRM is?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Yes, a customer relation management tool. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to bounce over here. Can everybody see? Okay, good. All right. All right. So this is Shuffle. We want to simplify our sales and marketing for our entrepreneurs. I'm going to just scroll down a little bit until we get to the CRM. All right. So we want to build a professional marketing collateral. It's a digital business card. It's a mobile landing page. You can show off your products. You can embed videos. You can share resources with the rest of your team. So as you're growing your team, they don't have to figure this out. You just share your link with them, they clone it, and I'll go through and I'll show you that. It's such an easy and quick. Adding your contacts, updating records, and schedule follow-ups with your leads. These are all what CRM. So stay in touch with people that matter most. Keep notes and set follow-up reminders. That's where we as networking professionals fall short on, because we don't have that as a habit yet, but we need to create those habits, because what's in a follow-up? Our fortune is in the follow-up. Our future is in the follow-up. Our most fantastic customer is in that follow-up. Touchless and paperless. We're in a touchless society right now. Sharing, sharing is caring, and this is just the next generation of how we're going to make face-to-face encounters much more easy. And socializing with other entrepreneurs. And Alicia just shared that, how cool it is. Another platform, another social platform, and Guy and ER are the founders, and they listen to us in the field of what our needs are and our wants, and this is the next gen social media. Sorry, just taking a pause. I'm just so thankful that I found it. I'm so thankful that I found it, and I'm so grateful that the price point. I reached out to one of my chicken list gals, and she had told me, oh no, I don't need that. I'm looking at one that costs $500 just to get started. So that must have more value than this if you're telling me this is only $20 with your $10 discount. Like, okay, well, let's look at your apple and let's look at my apple. She now markets Elify. Shuffle by Elify. She did not go to the $500 startup one, right? We need to look at what money we're putting out there and how we're getting that return on the investment. So track and measure your efforts. It's crucial that we learn what's working and what's not. And for those that step in, we'll have training. I have training every Wednesday to learn, to go deeper. And of course, the company has training as well. Track your marketing. You want to know, how good is my marketing? If I'm marketing on Facebook or Instagram or all these different places, really, how many eyeballs do I have actually going and looking at my stuff? Get real-time notification. When I clicked on the card, if I click on this card and I refresh it. Oh, I didn't hear a bing. But if Alicia's volume was on, you would hear a bing that we just looked at her card. All right, let me go back to find where I was. I'm sorry. Oh, I just had a conversation with the last person I was on with going, I need to close all this stuff out. That's what I'm getting on. Where, oh, where? Oh, it's all the way at the end, of course. It's the last one you pick up. All right. So Shuffle is so easy to get started. You sign up, you download the app, create your first landing page, share it with your contacts. And of course, I am here to help you get your cards going. We're going to bounce out of this and we're going to go into Shuffle real quick, and I will show you how easy it is. So in Shuffle, you get 10 cards. You get 10 business cards, landing pages, whatever you think of what this digital media will look like for you. For me, I upgraded to 100 cards. So if you see here, I've used 50 of my 100 cards. To upgrade to a 100 card deck is only a $50 one-time upgrade, which is amazing because now I have 100 cards. I can use it so many times, so many different ways. I'm going to pop into my cards and I'll show you how I use my cards. So we've seen Alicia's, and Alicia has a wraparound. And this wraparound is called the classic version. And in the classic version, we had templates. So Alicia didn't do this. I didn't do it. I went and found the template for Alicia. She had her account set up. We just bounced right through and created 3 cards in probably less than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And like she said, she has her main business card, one to book parties, and also one to recruit, which is awesome.
Yep.
The next level up for her is going to go from the classic card builder to the advanced card builder. So this is my business card. The advanced card builder is so much more. The classic is intuitive and simple.
Yes.
The advanced card builder is absolutely amazing and totally manipulatable on however you want it to look. So here I created in Canva. I'm a Canva master. I love it. I created Cookie's little design. And then I was able to put in information, a little greeting of who I am and what do I do. And then my name, let's connect. This bounces over to my Calendary. I have all my social media platform down here. And then I have these different buttons. And these different buttons, my virtual marketplace. We click on that, ding, it opens up my virtual marketplace. And in my virtual marketplace are all of the products that I help my clients with. Got my smart and simple legal coverage. I have my virtual business cards, my gratitude marketing, done for you marketing. So if I click on my virtual business cards and landing pages, I have it bouncing to another shuffle card. So on this shuffle card, this is where you can contact me, a little blurb, discover Elify. So when I click on that, it's going to bounce to my discover Elify page. And what is shuffle? Okay, and that was the page we were just on. Let's chat goes to my Calendary. Activate your affiliate status for those and everybody. If you're going to use shuffle, people are going to say, where did you get that and how can I get it? And you don't want to send, oh yeah, let me send it back to Alicia. You're going to keep it to yourself. She will still get blessings from you, but just like any MLM, this is affiliate marketing versus MLM. The difference is in MLM, you have points of where you're at this level. To get here, you need to rise to the occasion. To be here, you need to rise the occasion for the different titles. With affiliate marketing, we don't have titles. And then also with Elify, we have no borders. It is a global, anybody who needs a business card. I think there might be 3 different countries that we're not in. Like Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, and something else. So places that there's conflicts, we're not participating in there. And then look at this, having a video embedded into your business card. And this can be changed out to whatever you want it to look like. Alicia talked about capture information. This is my lead capture information. What's your first name? What's the best contact information? Do you have an online business? Do you have a 2021 success plan? Do you have simplified brand marketing? Whatever questions that you want to ask your potential customer or business partner, you're able to plug in here. Okay. And if I were to answer these questions, let me put this. All right, my name is Marlene. Nope, didn't even spell it. Best way to contact, Facebook Messenger. Do I have an online business? Yes. Do you have a 21 success plan? I do, but I'll say no. What's that about?
I'm working on mine.
You're working on yours? Awesome. Do you have simplified brand marketing? Yeah. No way. Marketing is not simple. Right? What do you love about your profession? Right? People get into the profession and to what they're doing because of what they love. Not because of all of these things that they don't love. Right? What do you love? I love connecting. And this helps me be able to connect and relate to the person who's filling this form out. Because just like the 6 ladies here, right? I know one, well, there's 4, 5, but I don't know you guys. But if you were to fill this out, I'd be able to get that information and be more connected with you, especially if you're doing big networking events. And how did you connect with all those people? right? You could have one here was, what was your favorite thing that we talked about? You know, what was your favorite color? What was your, you know, anything. And then I'm gonna hit submit. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Your information has been submitted. Your information has been submitted. So if I go back to my cards and I come look up here, it says a new contact. Marlene filled out your form. So if I click on this, it'll say all of my information, the best contact. Do you have an online business? Everything that I answered is right here. Also, our founders have reiterated over and over again about the security that they have in here. They can't see my information. They can't see my customers' information. We have so many integrated codings. And just like if I decided, you know what, I'm not going to be using this service anymore, within 90 days, all of my information will be deleted. All of my contacts, everything will be purged from the system. So there is no tracking back. We want to make sure that we're protecting everyone's data and everyone's information. Okay. Let's bounce into, let's create a card. All right, we're going to go to the standard card builder and we're going to choose a template. So all of these are built out already. These are all shuffle cards. Oh, I see a ColorStreet over here, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to go this way. All right, so search for a template. We're going to search for a template. Oh, it's right here. Template ID. Look at ColorStreet 1. Do a search. Of course, they're going to bring them all up. So here's ColorStreet number 1. Here's the card. Here's another ColorStreet card.
So I think that one that you're looking at is hosting a nail bar. So if you have somebody that you're trying to recruit to host nail bars, you would do the one that's behind the green. Mm-hmm. Mine that you guys have seen is the other one about buying nails.
Right. So here's the 1, 2, 3. So we got 1, we got the template. We picked the template already. I don't want to change it because I just picked it. Number 2 is my personal information. Would you like to use your profile information? Of course. Why do I want to fill it in again? Kapow. It's all filled in. It's all filled in. So this one, I want to say earn free. Of course, you can call it whatever you want, but titling is important. If I had a distributor number, I'd put it in there. And the distributor number is the key. It will connect your distributor site to the card. Of course, this one's a fake number. It's not going to go anywhere. We have my phone number, my email address. If I had my Instagram plugged into my settings, it would have pulled it here. My Facebook account. Also, do I want a Facebook Messenger bot to be located on here? Do I want to see the chat? There's so many different things that we can have. Next one is my picture. I can choose this one, or maybe I want to change it. Let's see. Of course I want to change it, right? Got the picture there. And then I'm going to save and confirm.
Okay, seriously, you guys, you see how easy this is? It is super, super easy for you to just create these business cards. And then when you put in your stylist ID number, that's how the business card knows to connect it to your page. When you click on like browse colors, it knows exactly where to go because it's connected to my stylist ID.
Right? Yeah, because this is view our seasonal trends. She didn't do this. Alicia didn't do it.
It was already a preset template. So I didn't have to worry about doing it. It took me literally as long as you saw right there to be able to create those quick business cards. And so I know Dana was asking, you know, do you have to have one account for each business? The answer is no. So Dana and her family have a microgreens farm. I hope that's the right business. Microgreen business. Yeah, you need to get connected with her, Marlene. You would love it. But she's in Texas. That's the problem.
It's not a problem. I need to, I'm leaving Washington soon.
Oh, okay. Well, this is good to know. So, so Dana has, you know, her ColorStreet. She also is an interior designer as well as having the microgreens business. So she could have one account with a card or multiple cards for each one of those businesses. And then if you run out of the 10 cards, you can purchase for $50, 100 cards total.
Yes.
So,
and it's a one-time $50. One-time $50. So that is what's awesome about these as well. Before I found this, I was looking for websites. I was looking at all the different Wix and GoDaddy and blah, 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 blah. And I always got hung up. I got hung up on deciding, what's my name going to be? What's my URL going to be? How do I do this? I don't understand coding. I need drag and drop. I am very, very smart, and I am an IT person. However, even IT people, creating a website was absolutely confusing. This has made it so awesome. And then the other thing that creating a website and what websites are having to do for their clients is to make it mobile ready. This is already mobile ready.
Yep.
This is structured for mobile ready. Okay. We're looking at on my computer, but each of you have, you know, if you scanned my code, it looks just as nice on a mobile. So Dana, you have multiple things going on. That was my issue too. How do I say these are all the things that I do, all encompassing me, and not looking like I'm pulling my hair out going, well, come look at this and come look at this and come look at this. And, you know, this is the other thing that I do. And oh, by the way, to be able to go, okay, let me stand back and say, okay, what do I do? Right? So my content or my social media content tools, I'm an advisor, guide, and healer. I'm a super connector. I'm a magical manifestor, and I'm a light worker. I'm able to wrap everything around into here, right? My virtual marketplace. These are all the things that I sell. My spiritual healing and alignment. I love this page. So pretty, right? I'm a Reiki master and an energy healer. And look how fun. I've got my chakra colors here. So it's all wherever your imagination, yours and mine, because of course I'll help you be able to enlighten and brighten your business, wherever that's at, however you want to show up. And I had a gentleman yesterday that we worked, and I do videotape and put it onto my YouTube channel, the trainings that I do, but he wanted everything grays and browns, but that's his going. I was doing everything in color for him and trying to create it nice and pretty. He's like, can you make that gray? Well, darker gray. Like, okay, all right, whatever. Dana, you have a beautiful blue behind you. Maybe that is your signature color, right? Everything is customizable, and you'll be able to tell your story, be able to show and feature what you have in a different light than trying to negotiate and figure out how to do a web page, or you have 3 or 4 different businesses, having 3 or 4 different sites that you're like, oh, check out this site and check out this site. It's all nice. And on my cards, I say, I double dog dare you. I double dog dare you to tap on the bubble, right? Just to make things fun. You know, everything's so serious. It's time to be fun, right? And that's what a butterfly's hanging behind me, and it's just shifting our energy. I have not made so many amazing connections as I have being on Zoom. I would have never met Alicia, not being on Zoom, not stepping up saying, you know what, I can do an online event. When before it was like, no, I touch my people. I'm hosting a tea party in my office this Sunday, a Mad Hatter's tea party, right? I'm all about the touch. But the last year, and there's lots of people that are still wanting to keep the distance. So being able to conduct business on Zoom, being able to conduct business on my cell phone. The next 3 weeks, I'm going to be traveling to Louisiana, driving all the way back with a 4-year-old in the car. And then the following week after that, I'm going to be taking care of my other 2 grandbabies on the other side of town. I need a mobile global virtual business to be able to live my life and take care of my stuff. So this has definitely helped me, and it's helped me psychologically as well. Because my husband was like, well, what are you doing today? Well, what are you doing today? How is this looking? How are you encapsulating all this stuff you're doing? And when I walked him through my virtual business card, he's like, I see. It makes sense. And it helps me too with my clients. Because Alicia, working through the last couple of weeks with me, there's been a flow, right? To be able, I've had to help myself first so I can help others be able to help them navigate their business and rise up in their business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So real quick, Marlene, is right now a good time if you have, because we have a couple questions in the chat.
Yes.
I can read them off to you, or you can read them yourself.
So you read it and I'll pay attention right here.
Okay. So let me see. So one of the questions was from Dana, and then she asked, do you have to have multiple accounts for multiple businesses? So we kind of went over that. And then I also typed it in the chat, the answer. And then Stacy asked, if someone were to ask me what the difference between the shuffle cards and Linktree, what would be your number one difference? Do you want me to answer first and then you can expand?
Absolutely.
Okay, so for me, Linktree, you just have, because I have one, and there's a reason why I have it. It's a short-term fix for what I'm heading towards. But you just put in the name of the business and you put in the URL, you click it and goes to that link. There is no extra information about the businesses, anything like that, nor, unless I'm wrong, nor does it have a network component where you can share your business cards with others in the Shuffle community. And you can't, like, for me, I have in my Linktree, I just have my ColorStreet URL. I don't have information about, this is just for nails. And if you want to host a nail bar, here's this information. If you want to join, they have to sit there and click all around the website. And you guys know, if you're not familiar with the website, that can be extremely challenging, but you don't have a place where you can go to one spot and have some information, and then also a link to take you elsewhere after you read that. So for me, those are the two major differences between the shuffle cards and the Linktree.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Do you have anything to add?
I do. We as creative beings love to see color. How many colors are in a Linktree?
It's very limited for the free version. I don't know about the other one. It's very limited on the templates and the colors and that kind of thing. And so just so you're aware, Marlene, not only are we all
You're gone. I can't hear you. You're frozen. You go through this frozen thing. You're back. Oh, there's no volume.
What's that?
Okay, you're back.
Okay, so I was saying, because of ColorStreet, we all are into the arts and the colors and all that. But in addition to that, Stacy and Dana are both interior designers, certified interior designers. Oh. So, having that artistic capability is super important for us in this group, I feel like.
Absolutely. And being able to navigate. So let me show you something cool for those that are in. Linktree is good, and it had its time and its place. Now Shuffle is going to be it's going to overtake it. just because of everything. And if there was a scratch and sniff on here, if someone had a bakery card, it'd be like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So we were talking about the standard card builder, and Alicia's card is built in the standard card builder. So this is how it has been created for the last couple of years. We've been working through to create the advanced card builder, and many of us have been breaking the system. It's been in beta and it's no longer in beta. So we've been working on this to break it, to figure it out. Where are the loopholes? Where can we break it? So we have our standard templates. These are all the different templates that we can work off of. I only work off of template number 18. And when we go into creating your cards, I'll explain why. But just today, between two different Elify conversations, the marketplace showed up. And the marketplace has been in testing for a hot minute. So we have designers, an interior designer. We now have pre-created templates there's a lot of them. Here it just says there's two different, an interior design firm template, an interior design portfolio. So I'm just going to select this one to see what the interior design portfolio looks like. This is an in-app purchase. So it's a one-time, well, it's not one time. It's a $5 right now upgrade to have access to all of these templates. So this is the first one that I've opened. The other one I was working with a guy who sells guns. So this is much prettier. But this is awesome. So I'm in it right now. I'm in it and I'm in the edit mode. So when I clicked on this, you see my name and you see the blue highlight around it. Over here is where we're doing all of the editing. Can you see the left side of the screen? I can change my name. I can change the color of my name. I can change the font style. I can change the alignment. I can change the padding. I can change the font itself. I can change the font size. Everything is one, they have it already done for you, so you really don't have to play around with it. But if you have standard colors, your brand colors, and you want to make sure that you do that, this one right here, maybe that's not the picture that you want. You want to do a different picture of your client's house. Let's see.
Stacy, the answer is yes. She said, can we use our own pictures of our own design work to plug into this? Yes.
Absolutely. I'm hoping this one has a carousel. And I'll show you what a carousel is. So this one, so I have my image, you can change it, you can crop it, you can make it bigger, smaller. Maybe I just want the actual vision board on there and I don't want the I am statement. That's going to fit my look better. All right. Then here, the paragraph, you get to add in everything you want. Here, you can change this, contact us. It goes right now, of course, it's Elify, but you change it to your contact you link. Let's see. This is another image. It's another image. Okay, this one doesn't have a carousel in it. I want you to see a carousel.
So Marlene, a carousel is when the pictures like kind of rotate around like a carousel would, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Might have this carousel in here. I do. Okay. So this is my pro tips card. And this is a carousel. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures behind there. And not only does it have 9 different images, if I click on that image, it also has a URL link and it's going to go to where I want it to be captured. Each of them goes somewhere different. Okay, which is it's the coolest. It's the coolest thing. I'm gonna get out of here real quick, and I'll show you one with the carousel and how we navigate that one. Anything that you want, anything, however you want it to look. Another comment I'll say right now is that I'm showing it with lots of things going on. Maybe you have an event. For my water card, we do events for my water business. I'm gonna go to my campaign. It's gonna look up. So I have an invite, and in this invite, it has questions for the person. What day is good for you? Do you want Zoom? Do you want to do it in person? Do you want to meet in your home? And then I also have one that is the water demo form where they can fill out my questionnaires, like we talked about the lead capture. So I use one card. And when I'm doing the different events, so this card, it truly is just this part up here. But when I add the lead capture, we have this information. And look at this. You know, what are you dealing with? To be able to capture all of, when Alicia was talking about, are your nails peeling? What are the different things that you don't like about it? Or when you're talking about, Dana, the different health benefits of what your products do. It's so cool. I need to find some new words.
The thing that I absolutely love about this, Marlene, is you can have just check boxes. You can use radio buttons. You can use drop downs and put your different options in there. So like for those of you guys who've seen mine has a, how do you want me to contact you? And then it has a drop down of options that work for me, right? So it will say texting. Do you want me to call you on the phone? Do you want me to contact you by email? Or do you want me to contact you by Facebook Messenger? So then it has a drop down for that. And then my next box down is a brief, small text box that says, provide your contact information from above. You know, so whichever one you pick above, then you just type it in. But most of mine, for ease of getting information quick, because the purpose of mine was at a vendor event, you know, they're not going to have time to sit there and fill it all in, you know, the whole time. So I try and make it as easy as possible. Mine's all check boxes, radio buttons, or drop downs. They just have to type in, I think, their name, and they have to type in the contact information, whether it be their email address, phone number, Facebook name, or cell phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only pieces they have to type in. So the rest of it's just quick click buttons.
Yeah.
And I love that, because at a vendor event, as you have people coming through, you may not have time to sit there and write out full paragraphs of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all you have to do is, you know, have your cute little QR code sitting there waiting, you know, on the table.
Yep.
Right. You print that out, and because there's going to be people that you don't get to talk to because they came by or your table was busy, but they're able to capture your information.
Right. And I don't know about all you guys, but for me, when somebody hands me a business card, it gets thrown in the bottom of my purse. It gets thrown in my glove box of my car. It's everywhere. I am super not organized that way, but then I don't revisit it again, you know? And so it's a waste of money. You know, if somebody hands me a business card, something like this with a digital format, it's super quick and easy for them to look at my information right then and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we only touched on the analytics. The analytics in the system is just beyond anything that I could have asked for the $20 that I pay every single month. So the activity, let's see. Actually.
So Stacy was just asking me, are the buttons mandatory or not? You can set them however you want. I learned so much creating my own campaign. Marlene showed me how to do it. And then I went in for my vendor event and I was determined to do it all by myself. And you have the option of whether you want them to be mandatory questions or not. So it's up to you. So Stacy was asking, do they have to be mandatory? I would say name and contact information definitely should be mandatory, but I made all of mine mandatory.
Yeah.
So that's up to you.
Yep. And there's three ways that you can do it. You could have it in the card, like you seen on ours, it was on the bottom of the card, or you can have it as a pop-up. You've seen those pages where you've gone to that, where it's an optional pop-up, or you can have it as a mandatory pop-up, where they don't get to see your card until they fill this out. So I worked with one of my clients the other day. His wife is a chiropractor, and she wanted to give away a free ebook, but she didn't want to give away that free ebook until she captured their information. So having a mandatory pop-up for them to fill in their information, and once they filled that in, then they saw the card and was able to download her ebook. So many different ways.
Yeah. So let me see. There was another question in here that I wanted to go back to. Oh, so I think this was Stacy. She was asking, when you show one card, can you show all your businesses and charities, etc., all at once? And I think that's how yours is set up. Is that correct, Marlene? With your little like doors behind you, behind little Miss Cookie?
So none of those open. That's just a flat. I think that, yeah, that one's not going anywhere. Let me see her question again so I can understand. When you create a card, can you add additional information that you want to capture? That wasn't it?
No, it's if you have one card, so kind of like a landing page. If you have, can you have one card with all your different businesses? They have an option to click one of those businesses to take them to that card specifically about your business, I think is what she's asking. And I think your card that you have with Cookie and those little bars behind it saying these are all the things I do, I think that's kind of like your landing page. That is your main page, and it can take you to all the different other places that you do.
Yes, yeah. This is my main page, and then I have multiple cards within all of these.
Yeah. So I think that's what you're asking, Stacy, but if it's different, let us know.
And then also too, they were talking about nonprofits. These buttons here, you could put whatever you want in them. You could put as many buttons, as little buttons. Everything is totally up to you.
She said that answered her question.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Trying to think of what else.
I was trying to go back through.
I have one that's my video library that all of the different interviews that I do. These are all of, so I have a growth mindset interview, homeless to happiness, my optimistic choice. So I have this in a couple different ways. This is in Facebook. This was on YouTube. This was a podcast. This was on YouTube. This is on YouTube. And I was working with someone the other day trying to figure out how to put gaps in there. So I need to go back. Follow me on YouTube. Do you have a birthday? Do you need a little hope? Follow Jolly. However you want your card to look, I can help you. You can help yourself. The system can do it. We have an amazing community of Elify. And go to Facebook. Elify Insiders. One of my deep voice. Elify Insiders. This is where we go and we can drop questions. Or if you can't figure something out and you can't reach myself or Alicia to ask a question, you drop it in here. And there's, how many people are in here now? 2,200 people. So it is still a brand new app. It's been out just for a couple of years, but you can put your questions in here and then we'll get back to you, or someone will get back to you. We have a shark page too. Our group has a Elify shark page. Well, it's not going to come up. Gotta type it right. But there's so many different other people within our business that are here to help each other. And that's what's amazing, is that it's a family event, and we all want to make sure that there's no competition. There's 7 billion plus people here on this earth. And if a realtor is asking, I seen someone earlier ask for a realtor, do you have a realtor's card? So they can go in and they can make a card for a realtor to say, hey, look at what this looks like. I don't think she realized that Marketplace was released, because now we have all those options. So I know that that was a lot of information for such a simple product, but it'll do whatever you need it to do. And if it won't do it, then I'll help you. I'll help you either way. But.
And I remember when Marlene first showed this to me, and when I had met Marlene through a vendor event, which is one that I've let you guys know, I think, or at least I've let most of you know about, that I'm doing in the next couple weeks or so, next 10 days, I think it starts. So I met her through that group, and I clicked on the little button to be able to, I was like, how do I connect with this woman? Because she, I think you did a video or something that I had seen. And so I went in and you had sent me your card, and I was like, what is this card? You know, and just by clicking through, you know, I was able to click and connect with her and do her calendar and find a spot on her calendar. I remember exactly when it was. It was right before St. Patrick's Day, and we had our first meeting on St. Patrick's Day, and it was a real brief interview, and I was like, this is who I need in my life. But I remember she sent me several different cards, and I was like, how do I get these, and how do I incorporate it into my world? And when her and I started talking about it, and I joined one of the advanced trainings on Wednesday at noon, and I was like, oh my gosh, this just seems like so much. And then when I had to go in and do it on my own, Marlene had taken an hour of her time showing me around. And then when I tried to go in and modify it on my own, I was like, oh my goodness. And as I started plugging around and just clicking on things, because you can't break anything, I started clicking on things, and it was so much more simplistic than I had ever dreamed. So it's something that's so easy to do and to build, but at the same time, it has so many different options available. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things I absolutely was drawn to with this product, is it's simple to use, but so many options available, and different resources and different ways to use it. And the community is just amazing. So of course I had to share with you guys. So does anybody else have any questions for Marlene while we have her here?
And Dana, Stacy, and Christy, you're welcome to take yourself off mute.
It looks very interesting. I'd have to look at it a little bit more to see if it's something I would be comfortable with using, because I'm not a big technology person. But I do like how it looks like. The interface is fairly easy. I'm just not sure how much I would use it yet, but I do like it. So I'm going to go on and check it out and see what the different, you know, I haven't looked into any of that digital stuff before, so I have no idea what any of the features are, or any of that. So you guys introduced me to a whole bunch of brand new stuff.
Awesome.
That's what we're here for.
Yes. And do you have Alicia's card in your phone right now?
Yeah, I believe I do. Well, I know I scanned it, so I don't know if I saved it though. I would have to look.
Okay.
I can read. Well, you know what? Here you go, Christy. It's in my banner on my VIP page.
Oh, perfect. All right. That's right. Yeah. I could just go right over there and check it out.
Yep.
Yeah. I was going to actually go to the Elify link in here afterwards and click over too and look at you know, all the different features.
So
Yeah,
for
no,
you, Christy, I'm sorry.
Oh, I think the same thing for me. I think this is really a great concept that I'm just kind of looking into. I'm not there yet. I'm in the middle of some other projects going on right now, and I'm actually, once I get settled, because we're house hunting. We're in a Airbnb right now, and it's very dark here, so that's why I'm not on screen. It's just super dark. But as soon as we are able to get settled, because we're in the midst of the move, I'm going to be working, you know, trying to connect with some business connections in Palm Beach, Florida here. I could see that being a very useful tool. So that's very cool. But again, I don't know. I have to look at how that's going to work for me, because ColorStreet is awesome, but it's not my number one job. My job is, you know, interior design. Obviously, that's been my career for 30 years. So that's how I know Dana. So.
Yeah.
And Stacy, I think this would be a perfect opportunity for you, because you could use the Elify cards for your interior design stuff. You can use it for ColorStreet. You can also use it for Zaya. You know, there's a multitude of purposes, especially for like you and Christy and Dana, to be able to use this, because all of you guys have, you know, multiple sources of income and businesses that you guys run.
Yeah, because right now I just use Linktree, but very sparingly on it for the most part. I really don't utilize things like that. I only take on referrals for designs. I don't market myself at this point, just because of my time frame. I'm only taking referrals from past clients or friends, and then even then I'm reluctant to take on a client. I know, because I'm so busy. So.
And so Marlene, you can kind of relate to Stacy. Stacy is our traveler. So she I think her name for her ColorStreet is the Traveling Nail Show or something like
Miss
that.
Stacy's Traveling Nail Show. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm all over the place. I do not have a home, literally.
Yeah.
I have a mailing address.
So Marlene lives on, is boat the correct term, or is it ship? I don't want to.
Oh, she's a boat. Yeah, she's not a ship. Yeah, she's only 32 feet long or short, but
Oh, awesome.
yeah, you're definitely welcome to friend me. Last night we took the big tarp, because this week is supposed to be nice and warm in Washington. So she's a wooden boat, and yeah, we moved out of regular housing and moved onto our boat.
Oh, that's so cool. We've been looking at that. We've been going to the yacht show quite frequently, but we were traveling by RV for a while, and we sold that last summer, and we've been traveling by Jeep and going into hotels or Airbnbs this past year. So,
Awesome.
or
awesome.
friends.
Yeah.
We're staying with friends.
Cool. Yep, that's our next in a couple of months. Our hope is to either sell the boat or pull the boat out of the water and then buy an RV or do the hoteling thing. My husband his preference is the hoteling thing.
It was a hard choice. I like them both, but I love the freedom of not having to pull the trailer or have to deal with the RV and all the stuff involved with it. And just, you know, we really don't need that much stuff. And whatever we could fit in our four-wheel or four-door Jeep, that's what we took with us. And we would go into an Airbnb, anything that was furnished. We had everything that we needed.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Well, I hear my galas out there. We're doing a Constitution 101 class tonight, and
so if anybody wants to contact Marlene, go ahead and send her a friend request on Facebook, and you'll be able to connect with her, send her a message through Messenger, and just say, hey, I want to learn more about Elify or some of the other services that you guys have available. So, okay.
awesome.
Great. Well, thanks. Thank you, Alicia. We'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
later.
And then we record